What is SMG lacking though?
Uh,
They do have stuns, ish. Where one hero,
one.
it's always hard to quantify just having one hero with stuns.
And against an Abaddon, that's, yeah, not enough. Like, Lion stuns is going to be neglected pretty heavily.
Yeah, some AoE stuns would be nice. Mid
It's,
void, let's go.
Radiant team
I don't know
battle.
if you give Moon the Tim. I mean, the matchup versus DK is great, but
Yeah,
does that feel like? Do you want to see Moon on Timber? Does that feel like a hero he would thrive on?
I don't know. I actually don't know, but I think that's what's going to
10
happen.
seconds
Unless they find like a really good last pick.
5
I mean,
seconds
Timber,
remaining.
off lane, support Brew, mid TA,
Dire
sounds
team
very,
battle.
very greedy. So you can't really get away with any sort of hard carry, I don't think.
Still looking for what? So they banned the clock at the moment for SMG. Guess battery shot's always annoying versus
10
Timber.
seconds remaining.
Catches the Lion. Just a melee hero to play with the Darkseer. Vision's
5
always
seconds
important as
remaining.
well. It really doesn't feel like there's many options to pair with the Darkseer. I really hope we don't see a 4 as well, like earlier.
Radiant team pick.
Fantastic. Okay, so the Earth Spirit's the only
Dire
one I can
team
think
pick.
of.
Razor.
Support Darkseer again. Let's go.
Okay.
So it's a mid Razor, most likely.
Yeah, against the TA. So
Offlane
now,
DK.
you put the TA safe lane to dodge
10
the Razor,
seconds
but if
remaining.
Timber's in that matchup, so now you got to go TA Bruce as your
5
safe lane, put the
seconds
Timber in the
remaining.
off. How does that fare? Because then you got Timber chain. Is it okay, the Timber playing mid versus Razor? Like, usually side lanes is not the greatest. Is it any different?
It's okay, it's not what you want.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so I think they're just gonna put the Brew as 5 or 4 potentially, whatever they practice, and they need a good carry against Darkseer. Dragon Knight though, that's hard to find. Like a Dragon Knight with an Iron Shell early on.
So you reckon
Pretty
this is
scary.
a TA mid against a Razor? They don't want to dodge that matchup?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, they could lane TA down there, but against Dragon Knight, who has high armor anyway, and the Darkseer, sounds a little rough.
Okay. So we're looking with a Brew 5 to pair it with.
Or what's a Monkey King or something?
I have a lot of control. Can get a little bit more active though and have your TA as your win condition.
Or Drow doesn't look good. Carry Death Prophet, let's go.
Just got
it's
banned out.
banned.
Yeah.
Weaver is not good. Wraith King maybe? Nah, not that good either with the TA. Yeah, the draft of SMG is pretty. It's all over the place.
15 seconds here to decide. Anything? Any last final predictions? Chuck something out. Get it right, I'll give you a cookie.
I don't want a cookie, so I want to answer.
Why don't you want a cookie?
Storm
Choose
Spirit.
your hero.
All right, so they do lane the TA into that. This
It's
is
a
a rough draft.
It's a
Why is it
DK4.
DK4. Well, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
The stun, of course, is amazing. And you just do your tank abilities great as well. You only have one stun against the storm, though. That's the problem. Mid one can snowball potentially. And KP. I mean, KP's lane should be pretty rough. I don't know. This SMG draft is a little bit too extra for me, if you know what I mean.
10 seconds.
I know what you
remaining.
mean. I'm feeling what you're putting out. A Brew 5 can get a little bit tricky.
Remaining.
I mean, you're really relying on your level 6s from SMG. For Finger of Death, for Brew Split. You can get to that stage, but they are supports that are really going to be sapping a lot of experience. I mean, also T1, their draft is a little wonky too. Of course, the DK4 has been done before, but you know, it's something that we don't see as often. So, how we feeling? Let's talk about some predictions. Did you like at least T1 with how they've been able to answer the SMG draft, or do you feel like SMG are able to pull this one out and take it 2-0?
I like T1's draft quite a bit. Like they have good team fight. Lanes should be pretty decent for them as well. There's like a chance to win all 3 lanes even. I think the only way they really lose this game is if either TA and or Storm like get completely out of control. Because like Storm has the potential to, right? They only have one real stun, which is Dragon Knight. Like if you ever get up a Lincoln Sphere, it's gonna be very hard to die around the map. I like this T1 draft.
It definitely does feel like, I mean, DK being a position 4, how much farm are you going to be able to funnel into him to get that blink? Because that's what you're needing. But is it still going to be a difficult game though? Because like, who do you kill on Storm? Like Abaddon's beefy. You've got a secondary support who's really beefy as well. Like I feel like a lot of these cores are going to be difficult to burst down from the Storm Spirit unless he like absolutely demolishes the laning stage and gets a real early level advantage.
Yeah, it's like this time I feel like it's the other way around. Well, not really. It's the same team again. But like T1 has to stem the bleeding again early game. And it's really up to SMG to try and find their snowball somehow. Which they have in game 1. But I feel like it's going to be a lot more difficult in game 2 because you have less stuns. You have less team fight. Your lanes are pretty... let's call them volatile. Is that a good word?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call them volatile. Because of course a Timbersaw can absolutely crush a lane if things go his way. But at the same time, a Luna lane can be very good against a Timbersaw. I think it's really up to Moon to break open the map at some point. Give the TA some space to farm up. And then there is a relatively decent chance that they can snowball. It's just, as I said, pretty hard without stuns.
Yeah, I mean, we've always come to say that Dota without stuns is a lot more difficult to execute in a game like this. So, well, T1, they've got the odds advantage at the moment. And if anyone is looking for a place to bet, then jump over to loot.bet, where there's a 100% bonus on deposits for new users up to 200 euros and 10,000 pesos with the code PRO. So click on the lootbet banner below or visit bts.gg/lootbet. There we go. Perfect timing. We got the game back underway. So just a quick reconnect. Still got a while here for the heroes to get set up, as we really haven't seen many 5-on-5 battles early on. Like there was a lot, of course, once this nighttime introduction. Storm? This is a bizarre position for Moon. Unless they get a 5-man Ravage on an Earth Spike, that's 100% a tip. And a First Blood for Savage too.
Who's gonna tip him? Cuckoo, okay.
Like, that's so tip-worthy. Like, no, we'll hold out. Be disastrous if Razor got that kill. That lane would be very, very difficult.
It's pretty bad. Luna got it as well.
Yeah.
Her lane's gonna be way better as well. Who wins the right click battle? KP did.
Hey,
Yeah,
KP with no ping. No,
he's on no ping now?
Yeah, he's back with the boys. He's with the boys. He's been there since qualifiers.
What, and where? In Malaysia?
I'm not sure where the team house is, but yeah, he's with everyone.
Okay, that's sick. Yeah, KP without ping is
a boss.
K pingless. I'm so funny today.
Is
always, actually.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So this matchup with the Storm versus the Razor doesn't feel the greatest for Moon. Is he going to have to put a lot more emphasis on trying to farm the jungle earlier on, which we see often against a Razor matchup?
Yes and no. He's actually one of the more decent ones because he has the Remnant ability, of course, which makes CS pretty easy. But come level 3 or 4, you're probably gonna have to start farming the jungle a little bit until level 6. But once you're 6, Razor is actually at your mercy. You find one good rune and kill the Razor very easily.
Rogi? Okay, Rogi dies.
Deadgy.
Deadgy.
Yeah.
crazy. How how we feel mid one's going to fare in this lane as well? Because I mean, he's against the little damage over time of the Iron Shell, 2 melee heroes, and feels like not paired with the greatest laning support either. Very greedy on Roji.
It is very greedy, and that's why I thought they would dodge it. But this Darkseer DK lane is actually really strong if you think about it. Super strong stun. DK can't really get taken down easily. You don't just put the ward down there, do you? No. Dragon a creep wave. Support have 6.4 HP region with no items.
Yeah, he's tanky. Down bot.
Oh, KP.
KP's in trouble, being perfect timing before the chain, and Savage and Wireborn are able to kill off the KP Timber Saw. Still a vulnerable level right now at only level 2.
Yeah, really needs level 3 to be able to survive that lane. More effortlessly. How's Luna's mana pool looking? 2 beams? Effortlessly. Man, some words in English are so hard. You know about that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We don't give an
I'm not
example.
gonna roast you, don't worry. You don't need to wait for anything.
Mid one.
We're waiting, I know.
Mid
Everyone's
one.
getting burned.
I think he's gone here. If Zephyr
And
can keep on
gone.
top of him, and now Roji as well.
And Roji.
They'll chase down mid one. They'll chase
Gone.
down Roji. A double for Cuckoo, and he's just gonna trail behind. Loving life when you just get these freebies. He's like, thanks boys. Iron Shell sometimes gives me some CS, sometimes gives me the last hit on a kill, and double null 3, 0, and 1 is your Cuckoo
Dire's
Darkseer.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we actually see Snowball Darkseer today. Usually we see him get crushed in the lane quite badly. But this time around, he's actually owning. Mid one, connecting. Nope. And they gave him this free Darkseer lane though. You gotta keep that in mind.
Yep.
SMG knew what was coming. They were like, go.
Yeah, we saw what earlier could happen when you force the Darkseer to transition into a support by picking the Enchantress. And now he doesn't have a lane counter. In fact, he's into a pretty good matchup in the mid one Templar Assassin, and unless the body blocks from Roger are on point, which they are, but Cuckoo, he can still play around with the Surge, Vac back into the double Iron Shell, and well, mid one, that's your second death here on the Templar Assassin, and yeah, they're gonna keep the tips flowing in.
Yeah, it's not the best start for them. Already 1k gold behind now. Ay. Look at Timbersaw's net worth too.
Yeah, this is struggle town right now for the boys over on SMG. Looks like it's time to jungle on mid one. So they got him out of the Razor lane into a pretty tough lane as well, where he already would be jungling at this stage in the game if he was versus Razor. So that is really not what you want to see for SMG.
Yeah, that's usually why you just put it middle anyway, despite having a counter matchup there, because you just get high levels and you go jungle. Careful.
Dire's top tower is under
Nothing for
attack.
you.
He's alright. They still got the bounty to play with on Cole. He'll get some bottle charges to sip on. Moon? Oh. Such a fine line to play
Dire's
with.
top tower is under attack.
This is going to be such an early tier 1 tower claim. It's ready. They don't have the catapult, but you already see how much damage it's taken. And once that comes out, that should be the first tier 1 tower down. I mean, that's going to be probably before 6 minutes, as Cuckoo just needs to wait for the creep wave to dive Roji, but unfortunately it's a bit too late.
Oh my god. Mid one can't catch a break.
It's
Zephyr
never
stole
take.
all his creeps there. He tried to melt last hit it, and
Dire's top
Zephyr was
tower
like, nope.
is under attack.
He just keeps chasing him.
And look what they've already...
What do you do about it?
They've already blocked the hard. I mean, there's a 2-stack there at the moment. They've got the Ancients blocked as well, and Zephyr's gonna make okay, never mind.
Look at the DK.
Sweet. Okay, I'm a bit late on Arfu.
Dire are
That
scanning.
is silly.
So this game's pretty much on Moon.
Radiant's
If
middle
you
tower
have
is
any
under
hope, it
attack.
feels like on SMG, from catching a break and getting space for mid one, It feels like it's all on the backs of Moon, because KP, I mean, he's level 5 right now, so his lane's going to get a lot easier. But that early death, and I mean, he's only got 22 last hits, bottom of the net worth out of all the cores, and that's saying something with how rough of a game mid one's had.
Yeah, and now Storm takes a stack. That must feel a little rough as well. But as I said, it's pretty much on the Storm to bring him back into the game, so you can understand why he's taking it.
And now you have to be kind of questioning, like, we have a Brewmaster 5, what do we do? I guess it's nice because Rogi's soaking solo experience, so we brought up the fact that the level 6s are super important on the support, so Rogi's almost hitting level 5, but Afu's getting zilch out of the map.
Question is, are we gonna see an SMG kill
Radiant's
before
middle
minute 10?
tower is under attack.
The last game was the same story, where they just couldn't find any kill on the T1 side. Looking for Brew again. Can they catch him? He's a fast panda.
Rogi? Okay.
Just walk away.
Oh, no.
Classic.
Radiant are scanning.
He's gonna drag the range. I get vision of him. Looks like it doesn't even matter. They're setting up on Carl mid. Carl doesn't have many stat items, but 1000 health already pretty much at 8 minutes in. Looks like the magical damage is enough. Whitemon, oh, what a TP. Oh, what a TP from Whitemon. We saw last game the importance of the Abaddon and your win condition back into this game. Almost falls there, but the Earth Spike holding them in once again. Whitemon this timing on the Aphotic Shield, and Plasma Moon is just a dick away. 20 health. Moon will survive everyone on a knife's edge.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What is going on?
And Zephyr died though. TA took him out, so at least something going their way, but it's still not going to use
Radiant's
Rogi.
bottom tower
Be
has
careful.
fallen.
KP also got
Victim is
some
always,
space, so he took that T1 tower. Okay, a little bit of catch
Yeah.
up for him.
I mean, that's just Timbersaw things, right? Great hero as well. There's a lot of great concepts in Dota.
You like your concepts, don't you?
I love concepts.
Yeah, Timber's one of them. He's pretty bananas. KP on this hero. He can get out of hand too. That's definitely something you've got to fear. Do they have the greatest answer to the Timbersaw this game, or can KP have a lot of impact?
Rogi, gone. Can he have a lot of impact? Potentially. They have like a stun and a beam, that's pretty much it. So if he can snowball maybe, but so far it doesn't look like he can. He took the tower, sure, but his network is pretty low. Let me ask you a question.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yes, Black.
Did you know Timbersaw has a visual for how many stacks he has on the reactive armor?
Wait, does he?
Yeah, like it closes up more and more.
His hero?
Yeah.
Really?
It's 6, 12, 18, 24, I think it closes up. Unless it's just one specific cosmetic.
Oh yeah, I see.
closing right now?
Yeah, it is. Okay, what the hell? I did not know that. Cuckoo top. They used the first split of the game. And Cuckoo will fall. That's a 5 times killing streak, and Moon gets it. Okay.
Did he solo him?
No, Rogi had to use split.
Alright. Then at least it's not one of those deaths. But yeah, Moon getting that is really important. Because, as we said, his game is the one that needs to be flowing. It's almost level 10. Same level as Razor, who's just been free farming mid lane. I like the item build also on Carl. He's going for a Yules, just to set up on the Storm.
Feels like it's the pretty stock standard build on the Razor, right?
Yeah, that can rush BKB. It's one of the two usually. Rogi's very high level at least.
See, the only issue is like we're never going to see him get to a stage where Aghanim's is farmed up, it feels like. So you just kind of have to rely on the one primal split, which unfortunately is on cooldown at the moment. But SMG making sure they have strength in numbers with KP TPing mid. Timbersaw, one of the best ways to defend towers, and
Dire's
KP
top
through his
tower is
career
under
has
attack.
always been someone who's able to recognize that and make sure he puts his body on the line.
Yeah, it's just interesting that a quote-unquote sacrificial type of player, which he is, like most of the time he will be the bottom of the network. From the cost at least. Giving him Timbersaw can be a little bit risky, because Timber without items, you know, there's potential for a lot of problems to run into.
Has been a lot of space for mid one though. Like, he's caught back up very well. 30 net worth. I mean, it's, you're still a bit behind the Luna, but you've got to be happy with at least the farm that mid one's got at the moment. Dragonlance into the Desolator. This is his next item. But you know, we haven't really seen too much of Luna, and that's because 23 Savage is also continuing to get a heckload of farm. He's got the Glaives, the Blessing maxed out, so Dragonlance and already the Yasha.
Yeah, I mean, his game has been absolutely free. Gets the first blood, and it hasn't really been contested at all. Both passives maxed out, so he's going full greed as well. It seems like, so far at least, he's going pure damage. Manta into straight Daedalus. We'll see if he switches it up or not. BKB could be pretty important this game, especially against the Storm.
You are dead. Dead.
Do you feel like either team's happy with the status quo of this game at the moment?
So who has the better late game on paper? It should be... Alright, it's hard to say, right? Like, the Storm Spirit can go absolutely bonkers, and we've seen the late game potential of TA. So, honestly, I do think T1 is favored late game just because of the Darkseer. So, I would like SMG to play a little bit more aggressively, but you can't really, because you're playing into Abaddon and all these high HP heroes, and the only playmaker you have is a Storm Spirit,
Dire are
who himself
scanning.
needs to catch up a network as well. So I guess the game will be decided like through mid-game team fights, pretty much.
You're saying that Darkseer is probably the one to keep eyes on for the late game, at least. You're maybe tipping them over the edge. Is that where the Brew comes into play? Because it always feels like Brew can be, you know, quite the answer to this hero with the AoE purge.
Yeah, it's not just the illusions though, it's just like the repositioning, the vacuums, everything. It's so disruptive in a team fight. The wall
Dire's
permanent
structures
slowing
are
you.
fortified.
It's a super
Radiant's
strong
top
late game
tower
hero.
is under
Usually not
attack.
that strong in the mid game, I mean in the early game. But this time around he's the highest net
Radiant's
worth in the entire
structures are
game. Already has a
fortified.
pipe completed, he's super strong. Right now the lead definitely goes to T1.
And that's gonna
Dire's
continue
middle tower
further here
has fallen.
with the T1 tower middle claimed. Moon's trying to
Radiant's
make some space
tower
top.
is under attack.
And until they get this Blink Dagger on Dragonite, all they can really do is brute force down the towers. And Zephyr is getting pretty close to it. Maybe about 2100 gold in the bank now. So after this creep wave, he should have enough. And that's where we can see them start to make some more plays.
Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
Dragonite, Brownwood's Blink Dagger, when do you ever see this?
Only support stuff.
Yeah. And DK is really like one of the only heroes that can actually do that. Because the stun has no mana cost, and he just has innate survivability.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
For SMG, they're going to jump in.
Oh, they're going
Through
on
straight
Luna,
onto the
huh?
Savage. He's got the Finger of Death, but Moon doesn't commit. Instantly seeing the TP's Cuckoo as well with the pipe, giving him enough survivability at the last remaining seconds here. And now, they're hunting Moon. Will be a little bit more difficult without Zephyr nearby, but that was their reveal of the Blink Dagger on Lion, and they're actually collapsing him by the outpost. Roger's gonna get found. There's the reveal of the Dragon Tail Blink from Zephyr. And Roger soaked down the damage, soaked down to the health as well. This is a really scary timing here now for T1, especially with all the utility they got from the Darkseer. They're gonna look to continue to take some objectives now.
Yeah, we've seen so many times how strong a Luna lineup can be. If they take a good fight just in front of the enemy base, like the game can just end in an instant. Sure, shouldn't happen anytime soon that the game just ends, but like coming at 20, the first Roshan, there's definitely the possibility of that happening. And he is
Radiant's
actually
bottom
committing for
tower is under
the
attack.
full damage build, huh? Okay, feeling very confident with the Darkseer backing him up as well. It can work. There's not a whole lot of damage from the Dire side.
I guess you got the Abaddon to back you up too. Like we saw what they were able to do last game with Roger's Abaddon, so The Whitemon, his positioning has been pretty solid so far.
Yeah, and another smoke up into a triangle.
Oh, mid one.
Oh, mid one, he's gone.
He's got Arfu maybe to disrupt this. That's a great Earth Spike, but mid one slowed down way too drastically to look to reset. KP's going to be cautious as well. Carl's still a lot of damage. Mid one's going to buy back. This is, they have to get more out of this than just maybe one kill, because Templar Assassin's net worth is going to be hit too heavy. So kill off Zephyr. Roger's got another tornado in a couple seconds. They don't need it to control the Razor with Arfu blinking on forward. No reset for Carl. Disruptor back down after the Ur Scepter, and now with the melt, Carl's down. That's 2 to start. Can they get anything more? Whitemon trying to chase Arfu, miscoil. We'll get him before he dies. A buyback on mid one to get 3. You feel like that's worth it here?
It's not the worst thing in the world, because it means the other cores are scaling at least. Means Storm gets a little bit stronger. It's definitely not what you want though, because ultimately TA is still the heavy damage that you have, that you need in the late game. But I think it was well worth it. Like, the Razor kill was important. You didn't get the Luna, which is the big one, but at least you got something. Like, with your greedy draft, it's so hard to quantify, honestly.
Yep.
Like, if you pick a greedy draft, usually that means you're much stronger in the late game, but I can't even say that confidently this time around.
We've just seen like the transition of Darks here. I mean, he's always been this late game threat, but it feels like teams have really started to recognize that a lot more recently. Roji scout out the movement here. Fortune for the Brew, it's going to cost him his life. At least it gives some space for mid one. And the rest of the team instantly just going to try and shove up the rest of the lanes. Mid top getting dealt with, so that is a pretty heavy commitment. There's still a tier 1 tower down bot. Tier 1 there may look to claim that with the pick off. But yeah, SMG still getting something out of the map.
Roshan is a threat though, so whenever T1 decides to play all in the bot lane, they have to be really careful that they don't just sneak a Roshan. Like, if they smoked into the Rosh pit as they were going towards the bot lane, the Rosh would have been gone. Always gotta be very mindful.
And they were. They scanned it out for T1. So the recognition that, well, for T1, they do kind of struggle with taking that. Moon's underneath an Observer Ward. Moon, Zip, no. Zephyr with the Eclipse. Is it enough damage with the stun lock with the fall beam? Yes, sir, it is. Savage, that's a big one to pick up there. As Moon, 437 gold given away. They scout out that they're moving inside the pit, but the contention is so difficult here from SMG.
You gotta put some sentry. Okay, did it. I remember the TI qualifier, somebody just didn't put a sentry and the trap was in there forever. Roger does have split.
Moon's up in 15 seconds. See up.
Oh, he buys back.
Back. Finger of Death committed. DK gets
What a
the
damage.
whirling death. KP showing up big here with the Timber Sword. They're straight on top of 23 Savage as well. Whitemon, the Aphotic Shield's on cooldown. They'll deal with the cause. Mass commitment though for this Roshan pit. They're targeting mid one, but he's able to get a little bit of distance away, but the Menace Law on Moon, it doesn't matter. They'll target down Whitemon. They'll try and target down Cuckoo as well. Savage. Oh no, it's not enough.
Savage fights back. Oh, he bought back and does
as
again.
well. The drag back with the Vortex. SMG. Triple kill on triple kill.
It's now Roshan as well. Wow, okay, man, if you take fights like this, then the draft can work out, no problem.
Whoa. That's a massive swing.
Look at the net worth now. Suddenly Luna isn't top 1 anymore by 3k. Now TA takes over, no problem. Oh, Storm looking for the DK? Okay, gets out barely.
Uh-oh. You just gave them a huge window. How many buybacks was that?
Man, so much damage coming out from everybody. Sick Impale also from the Lion. They don't have much teamfight control at all, but apparently it's not a problem if you just kill them.
And these teams with their execution in some of the fights, we saw game one was, so the first series was mind-blowing at the fights we saw. Now SMG as well. I mean, they're back in this game. 1,000 net worth lead for them. Top of the net worth is your Templar Assassin. KP second. They gave the Aegis over to mid one, so they won't have this powerful Storm Spirit second life capability. But with BKB about to be completed on on TA. There is a big surge of power now coming for Dire.
Let's not forget though, the Storm did have to commit a buyback, so his economy took quite a hit. Of course, overall still well worth it, but Storm is not at the net we want it to be.
This completely throws this game in a 180 here. And now it feels like, what's the play for T1? Can they still look to get aggressive, or do you now just have to fall back on Luna finding farm and still trying to scale?
I think the big problem right now is that Eraser doesn't have a BKB. He went for the Halberd, which means, sure, against the TA you're a whole lot better, but Timbersaw and Storm absolutely destroyed him last fight. Like, he just can't play these team fights. You can't keep your
Dire's
drain
top
going
tower is
because you don't
under
have the
attack.
BKB. You're just gonna get spun up by the
Radiant's bottom
Brewmaster, of
tower
course.
is under attack.
And I think until his BKB is online, the team fight is heavily dependent on some good
Radiant
wall
structures are
vacuum
fortified.
combinations.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And that's also giving a lot of farm over to Rogi after that fight. One component of the Aghanims. I don't think they have a Philosopher's Stone, which would have been very great for Rogi, but at least he's got 2 points in Primal Split.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They feel power. It's surging through them. They want to go up higher ground.
Dire's top tower. is
Really?
under attack. Radiant's
This
Okay.
is scary into a Dark Seed Moon. He's used a lot of his mana now just on Zephyr's Dragonite. The pipe mitigates the Finger of Death, and now you're pretty heavily committed in for this. Jump on forward, trying to bring down the line. A lot of their control at the moment. The Glaive's bouncing back and forth, and they'll lose Arfu. KP doesn't get the chain down to the low ground as well, but dealing with the Timber Saw is so difficult. So the Primal Split's now been wasted. Jump in once again. The expiration of the Primal Split means that Roger's got nowhere to go. So T1 will claim a secondary. He's down for 70 seconds as well. It's a long time here with the dieback on the Brew.
Yeah, a little bit overzealous, and they're giving one right back. They don't have the damage output for the Dragonite at all. It's pretty funny to see a support being that tanky, other than like a Baden. But you can see it, 22 armor on the Dragonite. TA doesn't kill him easily at all.
Not at all. Yeah, this has been kind of T1. They've always loved drafting around these tanky heroes we see so often. The Abaddon, the Dragonite, the Doom. You know, now even putting it into a support role. Mid lane. They've caught TA. Mid one's still got a second life.
Who
And
caught
you
who,
see
though?
Zephyr is just... He's getting tickled. They might turn to deal with Razor. Still, Carl, no BKB. They'll cycling him up. SMG. Numbers disadvantage at the moment until Storm longs it full. But again, the recognition. Targeting down the supports. Killing off Arfu.
Yeah, Afu is pretty much the only control they have. They have one Vortex, of course. Storm is very close to his Aghanim Scepter, one component away. Has it right now, so we have our blue hole online.
Zap.
Dire's middle
Radiant.
tower is
Just as
under
they smoke
attack.
up. This could be absolutely game winning.
Pedal to the metal.
Storm X.
Gotta be careful in a choke point if they group up here. They don't have Primal Split for another 5 seconds. They'll jump mid one. Age is going to tick out in 20 seconds, but the first life already dealt with. There's the zip in, the Vortex, onto 2 with the drag back, all with the AOE damage from KP, but now 23 Savage with the BKB, a clip chop as well. Arfu's getting ripped apart here. But DK and Lion both the fall. Savage can stand his ground, but now with the BKB expiring, Moon's gonna jump in once
that's a
again.
big
That's an
one.
even better Vortex with all the spill damage from the side blades from the low ground. It's a triple for KP. Carl can only rely on the Cyclone to give him some space. He's going to try and chase down mid one. Refractions on cooldown. Do they have any detection? Mid one's going to turn. He's got no
one turning
damage left to
around.
the take. The disarm. It's out. Is it enough? The Razor needs to reset. He'll get back to safety. Carl still though. The plasma field. KP somehow with the reactive armor stacks. KP will survive. Carnell is in trouble. Melt here. The crit's not enough. Playing around with the essence drink. Playing with fire. Carl should still fall though. Oh no!
These team fights are so chaotic and so close. Are we seeing some excellent individual play coming out from both sides? They barely clutch it out on SMG.
Radiant
But
are
these
scanning.
fights are
Radiant's
Very
middle
chaotic.
tower
We've
is
seen the
under
Storm
attack.
Spirit Aghanim's. Just as he picked it up, they smoked into him. And you can just see how much damage it can do. Like you pull 2-3 heroes, they all get dragged together, and it just causes so much damage with those Psy Blades. It's actually a pretty decent combo. Oh, they saw Dragon Knight.
Boop, bop, bida boom. Bye, DK. Maybe another one to fall. KP found Cuckoo. Surges up in a couple of seconds. That's an incredible wall, though. Savage is nearby, but the instant help before the BKB. Doing an incredible job to mitigate Savage's input the start of that fight. That is your wall now on cooldown along with the BKB, so maybe SMG look to try and reset with the resources and make a play.
Blessings upon a loyal
No
warrior.
BKBs on both sides, though. I'd imagine they do want to have all the tools available before they fight again. TA without BKB, this game can just die so easily. Curtis to the Darks here. Very close to his Daedalus as well. Once that's online, it's a lot of damage. And Opus Destruction, of course.
Is Roger gonna die? Okay, he will.
Of course you will. You think Khan's gonna let him get away?
No chance.
No
Carl
way.
lets no man escape.
Yeah, not even himself sometimes.
There's a
That's
fine
a
line to
BKB
play.
though. On a
Um,
Razor. You know what that means? Time to static link the Drow. Why do I keep saying Drow? Templar Assassin.
Target has to be acquired here. We'll see how the positioning from mid one if they... I mean, if you can't see the TA and Carl uses that static link early in a fight, then... Could be costly. As they're setting up on Carl down bot. Arfu, they need this instant hex to jump forward. They don't use it just yet. Carl, does he want to pop BKB?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How? What? The balls on this man to not use it and just... He's got some huge cojones.
If he gets stunned or hexed, he's actually just dead. And he just stands there, he's like, ah, yeah, been there, done that.
Savage is pretty close to Butterfly as well. So you'll have massive Asian here to help versus the Templar Assassin. Kind of nice versus Storm as well if he's right-clicking you. Just getting rid of the Overload procs.
Yeah, that Butterfly is going to be a very massive pickup. They don't have any way of piercing the evasion. He's building into an MKB now, but he's like 5k gold away from it.
Could this be enough of a timing here for T1 to turn some of these fights? Because they've been looking very, very grim.
I mean, potentially, there's a lot of magic damage. I actually don't think Luna actually died to the TA all that much, did she? It was mostly the Timber.
Yeah, these BKBs are so important.
Yeah, so maybe he can still continue doing that, but there's just so much damage coming out from the Luna now as well. Oh, it's so scary to fight into the Radiant lineup still. It's like one mistake is all it takes for either side, and the fight is just over. Like if you group up for the Vortex, you're gone. If you get vacuumed with like 3-4 heroes, and the Luna bounces all over the place, then I could just steal the team fight the other way as well.
Yeah, it feels like it's another game that's on a knife's edge here. Just so close. Either team you're pretty much fighting for their lives, even though SMG have this game advantage. You really want to take it 2-0. Knock T1 out of the Loot Bet Pro Series and continue on to the final day. With how they've at least been able to bring this game back around, because it was, honestly, it was looking really, really bleak for a potential for SMG to have a game 2 with how rough the early game went. Rune's gonna jump in. Oh my lord, that's so much damage from mid 1. A couple
That's right in
crits
space.
with the meld and right in front of an ejective, so they're not gonna waste any time here going to work on the tier 3 tower.
You're one of the good
He
ones.
does have buyback, so if they hard commit, gotta be wary of that. He bought back without them initiating. What?
Oh. That's a big kill now. If you get Darkseer again, that's a lot of your team fight and initiation. I mean, Zephyr's got a blink, yes, but Cuckoo has been really important here. And they have incredible vision around bot from Dire. The traps, the wards set up. Radiant unable to see them. Carl. Oh, do you want to go on him though? BKB, used Halberd, Titan Sliver as well. They're aware of this. Whitemon's nearby. They want to drag him outside the base. Force him to get out of the position they set up at the moment. But now with the Eclipse drop, KP, he's taking the full brunt of the force at the moment. The USF, they give him a little bit of survivability. SMG on the high gun as well. That's a BKB completely wasted, but they're zoning away TA2. Okay, no one's down just yet. Rogi, though, should fall. Catch the last Panda. And they will. Roshan's up, though. This could be costly with a lot forced out.
Yeah, you can just see how difficult these team fights are now. That the Luna is so strong, and that the Razor has his BKB. Like TA can't really at all fight the Razor until he's gonna get his MKB. Because of course he's also got the evasion from the Halberd. Now is that another Roshan? Looking for mid one, can't find him. They know they're in Roshan, but what can they do to stop it? No Bruce Split this time around.
He was so close to the Aghanim Scepter. They need to somehow funnel a little bit of gold into him. I mean, he's almost... I mean, I don't think Moon wants to think about stealing it. He's got an item slot available for one of the items. He's nearby. Zip in. Moon. Lincoln's pop. Gotta be careful now. Oh, I guess he gets the kill on Roche, so a little bit of gold. Aegis snatched, however, so 23 Savage. He'll pick up the Aegis. He'll give himself the Aghanim Shard, and the cheese is on Carl. So this is big here for T1 to get some resemblance of a fight back in this game.
What is Darkseid going for? Just the Aeon Disc. Wants to make sure you can get all his spells off, no matter what. Yeah, this is just gonna get harder and harder for the Dire side, I think. They do have pick-off potential with the line, but we already mentioned many times, the Abaddon makes that so hard. And if you're hard committed to a play and the Abaddon is actually there, you just instantly lose the team fight.
Yes, the silver lining here is the fact that...
Dragon might be dead.
Just a couple crits. Mid one's even just gonna turn around with that last side blade flying through. It was enough space though for the Brewmaster, so Aghanim's completed now. This is a big item. We see it a consistent amount on the offlane brews, and the fact that your position 5 was able to pick it up. So I imagine he might just go Aeon Disc next to secure at least his ultimates, because getting a refresher is going to be really difficult unless this game goes like 60 minutes, but this is a big item here for your team fight hero. Cuckoo.
Well, he knew they were coming.
Yeah,
he walked in and out of them.
Yeah. They might catch Carl though. He's got BKB, chasing the backpack. Instant pop in the BKB.
That crit did nothing. That's like 500 HP. And he doesn't even have his AC completed yet.
He's still a bit away from it. He's bored out as well, so... Just needs to play it, Mail. So go.
What if he dies now? Ooh. Play carefully.
Again, they're dangling Carl on the front line. Zephyr jump in, Moon, Lincoln's pop, gives him the space. Initiation, not finding a pickoff just yet, but Rogi the recognition. Just gotta control the Luna, kite a majority of the damage outside the fight. Savage has already popped the BKB, but look at Carl. Oh, what a timing on the cheese. They're straight on top of mid one though. Cuckoo blink forward, mid one. He's out of refraction charge, but the BKB gets back to safety. Another round of the Carl split's gonna turn over. They're gonna be careful though. Carl, oh, he falls though. No buyback. And now with the numbers advantage, they can swing on 4 for more. KP getting chased down. Whitemon, not enough left in the tank. Just the Abaddon. But, I mean, SMG, they get a kill on Carl.
Yeah, the game won't end just here, but like, if the fight goes a little bit worse and you don't have that buyback on Razor, oh, taking away the DD and not dying. Okay. But you gotta be careful when you buy out, because you don't really need that AC as well as Buckler, right?
Yeah.
Be careful what you do next. Once you have that AC, you're gonna be a whole lot more survivable. I think most of the damage right now is actually coming from the Timber Saw.
Yeah, there has to be so much emphasis on kiting these BKBs. Like Savage used it incredibly early through that fight. They just weren't able to lock through mid one. You know, Zephyr wasn't nearby. They are converging on 23 Savage's positioning. He's still got the Aegis for another minute 20, but mid one, they're almost bringing him down just yet. BKB not pop. Is the evasion going to be enough to before the BKB being able to deal with the first life? They'll kill off Zephyr. He might just have to BKB TP out. But mid one's damage might just go through it though. Savage is going to try and end up running, but they can chase him down. He's got enough for buyback, but they'll catch up the rest of the heroes as well. Borrow time, TP out, no Moon. He's got the Vortex to cancel. So Wymon's going to fall. He doesn't have a buyback. They're already running deep inside the base here. Cuckoo? Oh my god, so close.
Oh, he just put the ward there as well. They can't go through back to protection, can they? The creep wave is coming, still quite far away though. It's gonna force out a Luna buyback. They're trying so hard. It's taking some damage.
They still have tier 2s. I feel like you just give this set up, right? I don't think you want to buy back.
This TA damage now, the MKB is kind of ridiculous. Also 25 now on a TA. He is well and truly online.
Let's observe ward Cuckoo. If he inches up closer, Whitemon as well. Anyone is the target. Arfu with the jump. Oh, nice reactions on Cuckoo.
Wait, who forced him in?
Arfu.
Was it the lion?
Yep.
Wait, he can force him but not hex. That's weird. Like, usually you would want to hex him first.
He thought he was fast enough with the force and the hex, and Cuckoo, he shows who's got the
all good.
fast reactions. They lose is a full set. Wait, they're TPing in. They don't want to give up this tier 2 tower. Carl needs to lock onto mid one if you can soak all his damage dry, but at the moment still mid one can stand his ground. 166 damage stolen. The Bruce splits are getting dealt with though. Roger's gonna be careful. Roger dies before he ends it. And now KP's gonna die as well. T1!
Oh, they got him!
KP! Mid1 just has to turn and stand his ground. He still doesn't have any damage. Still all stolen. He's got no buyback. What is going on?
Oh, there was a dieback from earlier as well, so he's gone for 2 minutes.
Oh,
yeah, the game might actually just... Is it gonna end here?
Yeah,
no,
with the
no,
Luna.
surely not.
I think it is.
Nah, Storm will be able to defend that, I'm sure. He's level 25. Well, we'll see, I guess.
He doesn't have the auto remnant. They've got a solar crested Luna. I don't know what's coming out on the courier. Oh,
got the wave
to protect it though. Look at all these couriers. Alright, just got the wards.
Okay.
What did
Game
Savage
has
get?
been saved.
Oh, it's just clarity. Okay, never mind. Measly clarity. Arfu? Whoa. Arfu. Alright, you're just giving away a life there. He's got buyback, trying to delay the inevitable. No one's
Can I go to
protecting their
backdoor?
other creep wave. No one
They're
went to
going
mid.
backdoor. They don't care.
Okay. Who gives a damn about backdoor, they say. We don't care about a creep wave. Full set, evened up now. I mean, Dire have theirs bot. Radiant have theirs mid. These team fights are so chaotic. Like, it's crazy the occurrence of what's happening. Radiant are doing their best to target down TA with the static link. Dire are trying to find their jump, but...
Yeah, look at the Storm Spirit though, what he picked up. Timeless Relic. It's probably the best Storm item I could have asked for at this moment. No mana on him. So have to be a little bit careful.
Got Lincolns.
Oh my god!
Oh, well. Lovely arcane available.
Oh!
Oh, they placed the ward for it too.
Oh, that ward is pretty decent regardless, so... It was wasted, but yeah, it was close. If he dies there... He bought out on something Shiva's got. And Storm is getting very strong as well. So it's not just the TA.
Got a couple 25s. Razor went for the Eye of the Storm target. So he's got Refresher into the Aghanims, I would imagine, queued up. So TA with the Refraction instances. Storm went for the Overload attack bounce. Luna's very close to hers. How long
So
have we
the
got?
scepter with the talent is just like it hits 3 heroes, right?
Yeah, the
A razor.
oh, KP.
Oh, it's a good pull
It's a
in.
great vortex.
Oh my god, the damage!
The Earthspike as well. When they're all grouped up, thanks to Moon. They're targeting down Razor. Razor's not on top of TA. This is a perfect start to the fight here from SMG. Carl's going to try and attempt the BKB TP up, but Savage, they'll stop the TP. Savage's BKB now expires.
Savage is
Chain locking
exposed.
down. Where's the help? He's got nothing.
There's no fighter for any of them. What?
Fighting in the river. Carl's getting chased down as well. The disconnection. Cuckoo.
They got Cuckoo, they got Cuckoo.
Speedy.
Potentially, no.
Okay, he's
I
got
have to give up
TP.
on the chase.
Radiant's middle tower
Luna
is
doesn't have
It's
enough gold.
crazy.
Radiant's
They don't
middle
have glyph
tower
either
has
to
fallen.
at least delay it.
Well, it's the second side, not a game over. Oh, Roshan's gonna respawn, but they don't have a trap
Radiant's
inside Rosh.
middle
Oh no.
tower is under
They
attack.
won't know about it. They could go for the GG potentially. That's sure not gonna.
They have
Radiant's middle
Flamethrower
barracks are
and
under
Deso.
attack.
They do push pretty fast. Catapults are in as well. You can't give up any freebies here on T1. You need as many numbers as possible for the potential GG push, and it's coming through.
Radiant's middle
The Luna
barracks
buyback hasn't
has
been
fallen.
forced just yet, so they're aware. SMG. How can they take this now? They're just going to work on the objectives. Carl is going to try and make as much space as possible. Cuckoo, nice
Oh,
vortex with the wall sword
Carl.
cooldown. Carl is almost down and out of the BKB. One more
Yes,
second. He
buyback.
doesn't get it off, but he's got a buyback. Zephyr's almost respawning as well. 30 more seconds until the Luna. Have they stuck around for too long? Primal split, still on cooldown for another 20. Targeting down Carl. Flicker, little bit of distance with the vortex. Moon, he
God.
likes two of them. Setting up for the spill damage. No, Zephyr's down. KP still
Radiant's middle
falling
tower is
low.
under attack.
Cuckoo jump in. Ward's up in 5 seconds. They still got a T4 tower. They got a Luna up in 10 as well.
They're peeking out, they're disengaging.
But they need to disengage as a team. KP, nice use of the yours. Looks like Roger just a sacrificial lamb. So
Alright,
T1,
it's just buy team.
Radiant's middle tower is under
they'll
attack.
There's two Rosh up though. Rosh is up. That's
there's a
the,
DD there.
probably
Oh.
where the game's gonna be decided.
Ooh.
Oh, Storm sees it.
Over here now.
Let's go.
Huzzah!
Storm is a shot now as well with the bounce talent. Ay, 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 ay. These fights are so difficult. Rosh is up, they know it. Brew will have to buy back.
They're doing it really fast. And we'll get the vision
Oh,
of
the
Vortex
Bro!
into the Earth Spike. Wymon's going to give them some of the texture, but it
Carl's
doesn't matter. Carl gets ripped apart. Savage might be able to target down Moon. Moon doesn't have a buyback here. So much damage in the Eclipse here, but Savage is still going to be careful. Maybe they can turn it back around to the high ground, but Whitemon, no, there's no hope. They've caught out the Luna.
Things out.
Whitemon's still nearby. There's Cyclone there. The priority from Rogi. Maybe the flicker's enough to get back down to the lower ground. Still on cooldown. Can he fight it? Cuckoo trying to give him as much space as possible. But they're targeting down once again. Savage, he just doesn't have
Oh my
anything left in the
God.
tank. That should be all she wrote. There's Cuckoo as well. Another yours controlling the darks here. SMG. I think they're going to do it here. Dragon
2-0
has
as
got
well?
an AO disc at 2-0
Radiant's middle
T1.
tower is under
The
attack.
creeps are coming in. I mean, Cuckoo,
Are they, though?
he's recognizing, oh, the glyph is there. Maybe delaying it. I don't know if they can go through backdoor. Does Cuckoo have buyback there? I feel like he's 100% dead.
Caught him. It's Yules. There's no mana for Yules.
KP, no. Okay, Cuckoo's making space. Where's
Alright,
Storm?
KP's
Is Storm
saying
still
I'm
down?
out, I'm going to base.
No, Cuckoo! Oh no! Oh no! He's still got Surge. Can he get it off before mid-one's damage?
Trickster Cloak.
No way this
might have
game's
to
still
save the
going
game.
on.
He just saved the game. Okay.
Wait, he sees him.
Roshan now.
He's still got Surge. Oh, he blinked on the high ground. What's going on?
And Roger's like, I don't care, I'm taking outpost. That's a Roche at least.
Wait.
Refresher shard.
Cuckoo, what a player.
Yeah, this game would have been over otherwise.
I don't even know what to say about this game.
Nah,
Roshan has
just don't say,
fallen
man.
to the dire.
Just feel.
Just feel. Mid one's got Ages, Refresher on Rogi. Believe he picked up the cheese as well. Yes,
Zephyr?
he did. Oh, you can't be
Wanna go
losing.
down?
All right, he's got a buyback. Okay.
Still burn.
That's what? 4 Bruce bits though. Okay, 3 at this point only. Only.
Feels like you just buy back right now. Get on timer, right?
Free of me.
You
Yeah,
could just
you'll have
split
to
after
eventually.
split after split and deal with the objectives. You've got this bonus demolish damage. Try and deal with the Earthlings. Moon. An incredible setup for the Earthspike once again.
Oh,
Carl,
Carl again!
You can't get anything off. It's all up to Savage. It's all up to your Luna here, the position 1. It's a great Vortex drag back. But now still, without Carl to take up the abilities, Savage is getting prioritized.
Radiant's middle
Back to the
tower is under
objectives.
attack.
Tier 4 tower.
Radiant's
Throwing now
middle
exposed.
tower has
A
fallen.
jump in, cycling up, trying to make as much space as possible. Another 2-man vortex. At least they're delaying the damage here on mid 1. But without Zephyr, with another round of the primal split, they're running through the walls, trying to play around with the positioning. The glaives are bouncing back and forth. Roger still doesn't have another charge. A Hex is out. Mid 1, he's doing the dirty work. Just trying to bring down the throne. All they need to do is target it to take this game and knock out T1. They should be able to, and they will. T1 knocked out of the Lupet Pro Series 2-0 fashion. The upset from SMG.
All right. I did not expect the game to go that way. And we said Storm is the big X factor, right? He bought his Agam Scepter. I think second item. Ever since he bought it, he won them team fight after team fight after team fight, setting up for massive impales and massive Psyblade spills. I don't know. I thought T1 was gonna take this game, but SMG is on a hot roll. That's the 3rd series in a row they won, right?
Yep.
Who can stop them?
Well,
Damn.
Fnatic's the next in line potentially, but like you said, on a hot roll right now, SMG. That's we had two zeros today. How crazy with SMG, their execution, man. I don't even know what to say after a game like that.
Yeah. I mean, this game was a really, really good one. Both teams played very well, and we just saw a lot of really good individual plays make that happen. Some really clutch melts with 50 health and getting refraction off just in time. I mean, Carl played around with no health the entire time as well. Ultimately, SMG clutched it out, but it could have been anyone's game at any time, really.
Yeah, it really, really could have. And well, for the boys over on SMG, a 2-0 victory. Arfu, congratulations. What a beautiful performance from you guys. What was going through your head at that last push? Who was the one shot calling to bring down the throne?
I think everyone just shooting for, hey, Tron. Then we just go for it. Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds like the good old Dota mentality.
Oh, I think there's Roger. Roger's he say we just kill the Luna. We don't care him. Then we just hit the Tron. Yeah, he cannot do any shit.
Wait, so Roger is your in-game leader, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I just wanted to ask about game 1. Is that Elder Titan strategy something you've practiced a lot, or was it just okay, let's go all in the mid-game fights and just run them over?
Nah, we just trust on KP. He say, hey, I want Titan. I can rep the
Just say, "I want
mid too." Yeah. There's the team trust, I think. No strategy.
Yeah, that's super important. And just one more question in regards of preparation you did for the tournament. Was there a whole lot of practice, or is it more yeah, let's play this tournament, see what happens, and prepare for the next patch when it comes?
I think everyone just playing Dota as much as we can. Yeah.
Okay.
That's our practice.
you guys are on quite the roll right now. I mean, 3 series victories in a row. What was kind of the mentality and the talk, behind scenes after the group stages? Were you guys still confident even though you started down in the lower bracket?
Yeah, I think someone just say win the bracket just for a bitch. I think that's Nana. Yeah, I think.
Well, same mindset against Fnatic then, or what?
Sorry?
Will you guys have the same mindset against Fnatic then, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go, just do it.
Yeah, we just do it. We play for CEO.
Play this year.
CEO meme every
We are
month.
CEO warriors.
Very good. It looks like you guys got the power of CEO behind you and also power of all the team. A beautiful series, Arthur. Congratulations. You're moving on to the final day. Any closing words or shout outs to anyone?
I love my teammate. Yeah, that's all.
All right, congratulations. We'll let you be on your way. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you,
Yep,
Arthur. Thank you very
bye-bye.
much.
Bye.
Black,
And
we
all these SEA players, man,
yeah.
they're so lighthearted.
I mean, that's what you want when games can get so chaotic like that, and when Dota is very much a confidence game. It can be difficult when you fall down in the dumps, and then sometimes when you're victorious, you don't want to be too high up because then it can be a long road back down. And just this has been a team as well that SMG have really struggled to find their footholding through the close qualifiers, through tournaments before that. They had a lot of, I guess, internal difficulties trying to find their roster. But now, I mean, they're clicking it on another notch right now. Again, 3 series victories in a row, and going up against Fnatic. Honestly, like I don't know what to make of that series now. Like Fnatic got pretty handled against Galaxy Racer, and with SMG how they're looking, I really think they could take it.
Yeah, could definitely go either way. I think the last 3 remaining teams could be anyone's tournament. Like even Fnatic, if they win tomorrow, obviously they can easily take it in the final as well if they find like a second win or something. But yeah, that is it for today. That's it for us as well, Aries.
We lost your cam.
Thank
real
you
quick.
so much for casting with me. I appreciate it. I
been-
love my time with you. It was
Same,
great.
very much so. Even though I can't see you on screen right now, it's okay.
Okay, what happened?
I
Wait, I'm coming back in. No, this is a very personal moment. I'm coming in.
personal. We've developed a bit of a bond here.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll get your face there, even though it's it's kind of behind the dark screen. All right, we got to accept. There you go. Mute that mic.
My face is right here. So yeah, thank
There
you
you
very
go.
much for working with me. I appreciate it. We had our ups and downs.
What do you mean? What the hell?
Sounds like a relationship breakup.
No, it's been an
No,
absolute
really.
blast.
Cool, man.
It has.
Yeah.
And MLP and John going to be taking the reins for a final day tomorrow. 3 teams remaining. Of course, Galaxy Race have already booked their ticket in the grand finals. Fnatic and now SMG are going to battle it out for that last spot here for the Loopbet Pro Series Season 7. The winner, of course, will be taking home 18,000 USD, also combined with any of their group stage winnings as well. So a big thank you from us for allowing this to be possible, to the sponsors, of course, Loopbet, Mate Mate. It was a blast casting with you and for everyone back at home. With that being said, it's Championship Sunday tomorrow. 3 teams remaining. 1 team will be crowned the champion for the Loopbet Pro Series Season 7.